Oh. Can I get rid of that? I don't need that. Is it going to work properly? Wow, 16,000 kilobits a second, 18,000 kilobits a second. Wow. Sorry, I just had to I had to disappear for a second. I had to go and fight Richard Branson to the death. The fact that I'm here now, it explains the result of that fight. I'm now wanted for the murder of Richard Branson. Is that the guy's name? I think it is. Oh, hi Salty. It's sad that that your video of me didn't take off. It was to be expected, really, if you think about it. um. Oh no, it's gone again. Great. I'm glad that our internet works. I'm glad that we pay for this internet. I'm glad that I give my dad money so that we can have the internet. I would take slightly less good connection for connection that lasted longer than 45 milliseconds. You know, it's great that we have 250 megabits a second download, but if it disconnects every 45 seconds, what's the fucking point? Richard Branson, Salty, if I can get my fucking words out before Richard Branson himself comes along and snips our cables, which he already has. I needed to get that out. I actually had a longer one to get out, but I just can't. I don't know why we can't have nice things in this house. I understand. Like, I could open my door slightly. That might help, you know. Like, if I just crack it open a little bit, that might let the Wi-Fi in. We'll see what happens. Anyway, Richard Branson's the guy who owned. I don't know if he does anymore. He was the guy who owns Virgin Media. So there we go. I'm gonna hold him for a bitched ransom in a minute. I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna go to his private fucking island. I bet he's got a private island. There's no way he doesn't have a private island. It's fucking. He owns Big St. James. As I was telling my story about how there's a little bit of Mr. Kipling in every fucking cake. Always has to fucking go. You can't have anything nice in the world, can you? Not a single nice thing in this world. Richard Branson's over here ruining lives. Oh, that's interesting. Place acorns when cutting down trees. Oh, that's nice. I didn't know it did that. That's a nice little thing that this axe does. The worst part about it, the worst part about having the internet die like that, is that it means that every 45 seconds, I don't know why the number 45 is so special to me, but every couple of seconds, I'm just constantly looking over to see if it's still, like, connected. It's just annoying. Da 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 da. Like, I don't know how it's so hard to have an internet connection that lasts longer than 8 seconds at a time. It's been fine for the past, like, 20 years. Honestly, I think dial-up had a better connection than we do. Where's my little demon? There they are. Beautiful. Ugh. That's put me in a sour mood now. I'm gonna be evil for the rest of the stream. Dark bread has been awoken. I had a great thing going today. Today was going to be a great stream. I had it all planned out. I had everything planned out from the very beginning. Oh, it's going again. Great. I'm glad that. I'm glad that this is just something that happens. Oh no, it's fine. It's kind of working. It's very unpredictable. It is going all over the place. Is it because it's windy? No, because it's not windy. Well, it is a little bit. I don't even know if that makes sense. I don't know if I know the weather can, but it's like I don't live in the monsoon season countries. You know, it's not raining like lead and mercury to block all the waves. I don't know if mercury is something that blocks waves, but you know, it might. I'm not a meteorologist. You know. Okay. Let's fuck it. Shit. I'm just gonna keep streaming, and if Richard Branson wants to start a fight with me, just wait. I bet I could beat Richard Branson in a fight. He don't seem so tough. He's rich, that's the only thing he's got going for him. And it's dead again. It's just fucking fan-dabby dozy, innit? I think it's my dad. I bet it's my dad. He's in the next room over, just unplugging the internet and plugging it back in again, just on repeat. Oh, did I not bring a hammer with me? I didn't. Oops. Shit. It's like it's being up and down. I don't know if it has got anything to do with me streaming, by the way. I know you haven't said that, but you might be thinking it. I don't know if it has anything to do with me streaming, because because like it doesn't really do it. It doesn't seem to do it when I'm not streaming. What does I want to do? I want to build a house. Do this. It doesn't really do it when I'm not streaming, or at least I haven't noticed it doing it when I'm not streaming. But like, my upload speed isn't like so bad that it should break down. Obviously, I'm on civilian, commercial. Sorry, not civilian. Wait, yeah, kind of. I'm on that like kind of internet plan, so it's not like we got, you know. Obviously, it's not the business shit, and I'm not spending what little money I have on business internet. It needs a thick and uninterrupted connection, but it's completely random, and there's nothing else that could be interrupting it, because I'm the only person that would need to upload things in the house. Right in the maybe I've been connected to the neighbor's Wi-Fi this whole time. I mean, well, that's the thing, is that I've only just started using Wi-Fi. Like 3 weeks ago. Previously, I was on Ethernet. I've only started using Wi-Fi because I've only just had it, the Wi-Fi box, the router has only just been put in a part of the house that I can actually, this is just an axe, it isn't a hammer. Yeah. The Wi-Fi box is in the next room. Like, it is just out that door. In fact, if I didn't have fucking horrible tinnitus and I listened quiet enough, I probably could hear it buzzing. So that's not necessarily a problem. Previously, the Wi-Fi, the internet, like I said, I had it coming through Ethernet, and I had it coming through a cable through my window. Now I'm on Wi-Fi now. I have to be, because the router was in the conservatory, and then I had a cable that ran out the window of the conservatory up the side of the house. I say up, it was just dangling out my window, really, and then through my window and then into my computer. But that was mostly because the Wi-Fi just doesn't stretch. It just did not go from the conservatory all the way to my room. I don't know why I'm pointing like that's the other room. In my room's here. I'm in my room. So yeah, now I'm on Wi-Fi. And it's like, it's fine. Like, I don't mind being on Wi-Fi because the only reason I wanted to be on Ethernet was mostly because I get access to the full speed. If me and my dad, I say me and I don't really know how my money, when I give my dad like the monthly money, I don't know what he does with that. But like wherever that goes, whatever that's used for, that internet is the speed of that is not something that really changes over Wi-Fi, and I no longer need, like, I don't need the ridiculous speeds that we get. I say ridiculous for British Wi-Fi, really. I don't need that. I can wait an extra like 10 minutes for a game to download. I'm not so in need of gaming that, I can't wait a few seconds. Hello, zombie. It's me. I'm a big boy. Oh, hello, big boy. Hello, Poppet. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. What's all this then? Sorry, I'm dying. My room's full of black mold and a lack of internet. It's also just because of how random it is. Some days it works fine, and then other days it's like, no, I don't think I will. If I lived in a country with internet outages, if I lived in fucking Bangladesh, I would expect it. I'd be like, all right, understandable, can't stream now. There's protests going on. But as far as I'm aware, I was going to say Rishi Sunak, that's not the Prime Minister anymore. Keir Starmer hasn't shut down the internet. I would like to waltz with tomatoes up and down the produce aisle. You're right, zombie. Sorry, I forgot your username, even though I'm looking at it. I'm, oh, getting that is what I'm doing. That's the table. Wait, I only need a chair. What am I doing? Do I have enough for make a chair? Yeah, there we go. Nice little chair. Put that there. 2 houses ready to go here, I think. Yeah, there we go. So I'm hoping that one person that was spawned in here is going to be the witch doctor. I'd like it to be one of the witch doctors. I did, yeah, because I've got weapons here. I did defeat the queen bee last time I played this, so the witch doctor should spawn. I just have to hope that the witch doctor is the thing that spawns, because I haven't built any houses in a while, so I am missing a few people, considering I think one of them, one of them's already been taken up by the tavern keep, so I might have to move him back over here. If I get I'm also hoping that with getting the witch doctor here, I can then I'll be able to get a way to teleport here. I think you need a certain level of happiness to be able to use to be able to buy the the teleporty things that I can't remember the name of. So, we'll see. What I'm going to do while I wait for all that is go and get some Hellstone. Let's go do that. Or do I want to fight? No. I'll get Hellstone first, because then I can get the Imp Staff, and then I'll go fight Skeletron, and then I'll go into the dungeon. That's a plan. That sounds like a plan. I might also just briefly build something here. Actually, I've changed my mind. I'm doing this instead. Let's just do that. That was 3. Put a roof on this. You know, make it look a little bit more presentable. I haven't. You know, it's just a shed at the moment, isn't it? Oh, it's alright. I was just asking if you're alright. Don't worry. He didn't miss anything important. You know. Other than me talking, obviously. You know, I open my mouth and it is like, you know, the word of the word of. It's like, do you listen when Jesus speaks? Of course you do. The word of gospel, exactly. But no, I'm glad you're alright. You're the only person I asked if you're fine today. You're the only person that I care about. I see your name pop up and I'm like, thank God, something's going right in the world. I see Visferic's name and I start to panic. My heart starts to palpitate and sweat starts to form on my brow. Look at that. Nice little roof. Where? There it is. Do this. There we go. Okay, I'm going to fill in. Oh, I've got some here. It's fine. Just want to make the. I think I could fit like maybe 1.5 new building rooms in here. I think I've got plenty of room to squeeze in some people. I've come to the conclusion that it is very much useful to have a number of different people like scattered around the world, because obviously you can now, if you have people, it's been like this for a few years now, but if you have villages scattered throughout the world, like I've put him over there, you can buy basically a beacon that you can teleport to if you're standing next to another one. And so it's a good idea to have people scattered around the world, because then you can teleport around the world. However, you only need 2 people per beacon. So I can still have like my mega village in the center with everyone in it. I should have a villager trading hall-esque area. Oh yeah. I mean, that's what I'm pretty much doing. Sometimes what I used to do, or at least on one of the worlds, I think it might have been the world that I actually first beat the game, is I just had a massive tower with a big hollow center to it, and then either side of it, like with walkways along through the middle, and then along the side of it, big like rooms for everyone. So, and then I just spawn a boss in the middle of it, so I had all of them just fucking fighting for me. It was quite a useful thing. Although it did mean that every time I spawned a boss, every single one of them died. Very rarely did anyone survive those. But you know, they knew what they were getting into by living with me. Alright. Here we go. I think these rooms might actually be too small. This one here is definitely too small. I think this building is too small to effectively cut up into 3. Maybe there's a way to do it just about, but I can't be bothered. I'm just going to do it this way. That would be fine. That's too small. Wait. Hold on. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. But no, yeah. That's my plan. I do like building little villages. Like I like to try and make the world look a little bit nice. But I just kind of, I'm not very good at building in this game. There's too many blocks, and you know, the fact that you have the background to work with, it's like I just can't deal with that. You need endless spread outdoor content. What? You want me to walk around? You want me to go to Skegness and wander around and harass people? I say, excuse me, what are you doing in Skegness? Can you not afford to go somewhere better? I want to make some doors. I just go to the tank museum and start making shit up. I can stand around. I stand around the tanks, like acting like someone who knows what I'm talking about. People come up to me and they start asking me questions. They're like, "Oh yeah, no, this tank here was personally crafted by Hitler himself on the 4th of January, 1926." And I'm like standing next to the Tiger II. It's like Winston Churchill drove this one into battle in 1836. Neville Chamberlain sat in this at a peace summit in 1945. Just little known fact about it. And I'm like stood next to the chieftain. And let's spread trip to Greg's. I could do that. I can make a YouTube series where visiting every Greg's in the UK. That would be enough content. If I did one Greg's visit per video, I think I could make videos for the rest of my life and not have to, think about it. I think I could comfortably make one vlog a week or every few days visiting a unique Greg's, and I could probably live the rest of my life doing only that. Justin Bieber, this before it went to my museum. It's a generous day. Nice guy that Justin was. No one really expected him to have a fixation on tanks, but you think you know someone. He explained to it where I say, yeah, I just stand there because there's a World of Tanks display in the Tank Museum. There are computers set up that you can go and play World of Tanks on, and I just stand next to it saying War Thunder's better. I just go. I'm just like tanks, do you? Here, let me tell you everything how this game is not as good as this other game. You see that? You're currently playing as the M4A1 Sherman. It didn't drive like that in the real world. If you want to know what it really drives like, have you heard of the game War Thunder? With over 4,602 unique individual vehicles, you can play any vehicle throughout history. Holding the Guinness World Record for the most number of vehicles simulated in any game ever, War Thunder is better than World of Tanks. Did you know? I would love that. I'd love to do that. I'd love to do a vlog where I go to the tank museum, but the video that I have is sponsored by War Thunder. I just point out to people who are playing World of Tanks that tank didn't exist. Like, that's not a real tank, that ain't. I have actually been to the tank museum a couple of times in my life. I wasn't spreading misinformation when I was there. I didn't know about well, I at least didn't play War Thunder during the times that I have been, but I was much younger when I went. But I have been twice. I say much younger. I was probably like 10 years, 9-ish, 8 years ago when I last went, which is younger. 25 take away 8 is less than 25, in case you were wondering. But yeah, no, I've been to the tank museum. Although I wasn't as much of a tank enthusiast as I am now. Like nowadays, I love tanks. I'm a big tank head. I've been tank pilled. I was gonna say I've taken the tea pill, but that's a different thing entirely. I'm not taking tea. But I wasn't as big of a tank person when I first went to the tank museum. So it'd be nice to go again. And maybe I could meet David Willey and be like, yo, let's go David Willey is the curator, by the way. He's one of the guys that does like all their videos on YouTube. He's just a guy there. Well, you let Laser Pig in. Let me in. Let me go into the back room that's like full of all the tanks that you don't let the plebeians touch. When you're at Predator, that's it. Pretty much what it was like. I was like running around, like bashing my face on all the tanks, like knocking all my teeth out. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I need some tables and chairs. Fucking Dryad. I don't want you. I want the Witch Doctor. And I'm gonna want 2 doors. Did the Iron Armenian thing get kicked out? What? I don't know what that is. What did he do? And did he actually get kicked out, or did he do something and then claim he got kicked out? Does this might be too small? Yeah, no, it's fine. Oh yeah, I put a table in there. It's fine. Put you there. Come back here, and then do that. Beautiful. He did a lift on the elephant barrow. Okay, yeah, no, I can see why you'd get kicked out for doing that. Imagine getting sponsored at the Tank Museum and then just making the worst video ever. How fascinating. I could do a. I'm not bored. I could just climb inside. Yeah, climbing inside the tank. I could climb in that Japanese tank that they've got that's full of asbestos. I don't know if they were like renting it or something or borrowing it, but they had at least the last time I heard, which was quite a few years ago now, that they did have a tank full of they did have a tank there that was full of asbestos that you weren't in. MHA ended and the fanbase are going wild. Is it over? Is it like as in the manga, or I assume the manga's over and not the anime. I assume the anime's got a couple of seasons to go. I mean, don't spoil it, because I plan on potentially watching it at some point, or reading it. I do have some of the volumes. Oh, you can't see them. I didn't know it was over. I was expecting it to be like Naruto or One Piece and just keep going. I'm not bold, I'm bolding. Oh, fucking Scott. I used to work with someone who was called Scott, and he was like 9 feet tall and had to crouch, and had to like, yeah, he had to crouch down whenever he went through any door. I was expecting My Hero Academia just to keep going. I liked it. I actually quite liked MHA when I first. I mean, you could see by the fact that I've got my Hero Academia shelf here. I got up to volume 16 before stopping. And I got a couple. I've got Deku Nendoroid there. I've also got an Uraraka Nendoroid, but you can't see that because I've just like thrown it back. Because it or Uravity, because it didn't stand up properly, so I just kind of I'd kept knocking it and it would fall over, so I've just kind of threw it on the floor. But it's not on the floor. Oh wait, no, I've got another Rarity figure. I forgot I got this one as well. Forgot about that. Where the fuck did that rabbit eat? Dog will eat it. Yeah, I got when I was in when I got into My Hero Academia when I was in like my big figure phase. So I have seen though a lot of strange people associated with the My Hero Academia fan base. Well, actually, no, I've seen reactions to the My Hero Academia fan base. You know, I've seen some strange fan bases. Like I've seen the Attack on Titan fan base is really weird. Well, parts of it is. The Attack on Titan fan base can be pretty weird. The Bocce the Rocks fan base is actually insane. Like, at least the Attack on Titan weird part of that fan base is sort of they have their own subreddit for like Attack on Titan memes or whatever. The Bocce the Rocks subreddit is like where all the weirdos go. So Bocce the Rock has a bit of a strange fan base. I mean, to be fair, most of what's on the Botch the Rock subreddit is just softcore porn. Because apparently, you know, they can't just post normal pictures, but, you know. That's the thing. I don't interact with, like, cause I don't interact with these things. I just kind of check them out occasionally just to see what they're up to. But the only thing that I ever see of the My Hero Academia fan base is other fan bases calling them pedophiles, and that's the only thing I know about the My Hero Academia fan base is that other fan bases call them pedophiles. So, you know, I don't know anything about it. But I remember liking My Hero Academia when I watched it. I know at the end of the day it's a shonen fighting anime, so it can't be that deep. It never is. But sometimes you just want to watch two guys beat the shit out of each other. It's like Jujutsu Kaisen. It's not actually that good really, but it's fun. It's just fun to watch guys beat each other up. One Piece is stupid. It's like someone hyping up Emmerdale going off like shit gets real at episode 8650. No, the thing is, Emmerdale's done. I think Emmerdale finished, so you can actually watch that all the way. I hope that One Piece just never stops. Just keeps going forever. Like it just keeps building up and up and up. It's like the endless staircase in Mario 64. I've got no intention of ever watching it, but, you know, I don't really know why you would watch One Piece at this point. If you're already invested in it, it's like whatever, you know, continue watching it. But I feel like if at this point, if you didn't get in early on, then like there's too much. That's got all my ores and stuff in it. Actually, I'll put my obsidian in there. Just store this in there, be fine. Yeah. Good. One thing you did like is finishing Hunter x Hunter and actually getting references. I assume that's what you're referring to. I haven't actually seen Hunter x Hunter. Is Emmerdale still ongoing? One of the British soaps did finish. I just don't know which one it was. It might have been Coronation Street. Coronation Street may have finished. I don't know. I don't watch soap operas because I'm not a 45-year-old woman. You know. I know I've seen like the one thing of Hunter x Hunter I've seen is that it seems to have a tournament arc, and I do like tournament arcs. You watched Jujutsu Kaisen and it went from it's getting good now to a fight to No, I get that. The problem with Jujutsu Kaisen is that they immediately start with some characters being really powerful, and so it's a little bit difficult to you have Gojo, who is like the most powerful guy ever, and every enemy knows how powerful he is, and everyone's really scared of how powerful Gojo is, and so it just ends up I'm the sort of person that can get really hyped up by music and by characters being really powerful. I love it. I'm the sort of person that sees Gojo get pissed off and like do some magic fucking power jutsu shit. And I'm like lying on my back, clapping my feet together, and playing with a mobile that's spinning above me. You know, I'm definitely. I'm definitely someone who does enjoy that and have fun with it. And then like the one thing I did like, as much as I do say that they did do, I hope I don't kill him, be careful with this guy, with Jujutsu Kaisen specifically, like I was saying, they make one of the guys, obviously they make a number of the guys like really powerful, and so, but as powerful as he is, most of the fights that take place in it are like hand to hand and relatively small, and so at one point it gets like really really big, and there's like a huge fight that like destroys half the city, and it's like that's really cool because it's just really well animated. Um, but yeah, no, I fucking, it's fun. That's what I like about it. um, but yeah, it's like, but the thing is, it's like in Naruto, at the start of Naruto, you have Kakashi, who's like shown to be like really strong and like the most powerful ninja in the village. I mean, he isn't, but like they do show him to be really powerful that everyone knows about. I mean, he's a Jonin, so he has to be like really, really strong. But at the same time, the first real enemy that the group have to deal with manages to take out Kakashi, and so he's suddenly brought down to being a level of strength. You know, he's brought down to being like, okay, he's really strong, but he's not invincible. You know, the idea of Kakashi showing up on numerous occasions, he's like hyped up as being like, oh, I wish Kakashi would come and save us, and then like he does show up and gets his shit rocked. It's like, um, I think it is definitely a good idea in a story if you're going to have someone who's overpowered, at least to have them be somewhat weak. Not to say that, you know, Kakashi's perfect and Naruto's perfect. Naruto has a lot of things wrong with it, you know. But no, yeah, big fights are fun. Big fights. Why games like games? It's like why things like Gundam can be fun, because a lot of the fights are just big by design, by necessity, really, because just the fact that the things are big. You're not sure about the ninja theme? What do you mean? Is it gonna? Do you not like ninjas? They're fun. They're fun ninjas. I will say about Naruto, and that is that there is a reason that when people think about anime, they think of half of the episode being the last episode, just repeating, and why fights take a while, and the idea of, you know, coming together, like powering through a fight based on like fucking happiness or whatever. That's a big thing in Naruto. So much shit happens in Naruto that is very much like Ex Machina-esque. Just by Naruto being like, I'm dead, I'm supposed to be dead, but no, I'm not. I refuse. At no point, I mean, to be fair, Naruto doesn't die. The show's called Naruto, so it's not fucking Dragon Ball. But yeah, there are a number, there are a lot of rules to the world of shinobi, the way that a lot of powers work in Naruto, but they will just break them. Like, they don't fucking care. One of the ones that you see that I think is not shown very well is, at one point they mentioned that you need chakra to use a jutsu, and if you don't have enough chakra, a jutsu will fail to activate, or at worst, you will die. Does anyone ever die from a jutsu not activating properly? No. Not once does a jutsu not activating cause a problem. Well, due to lack of chakra. There are several times where jutsus don't properly activate and, you know, cause a problem. But at no point, like, it's at one point Sasuke is like having to do some fighting. I won't spoil it too much. Sasuke's having to do some fighting, and he has like a flashback to someone telling him that, saying the exact thing. It's like, if you do this, if you don't have the chakra, it won't activate, and worst comes to worst, you'll die. And so he's like, I haven't got any chakra, but I'm going to use it anyway. And the jutsu just works. It's like, I haven't got any chakra, but whatever. Makes more sense for it to work right now, so it'll work. Like, I love Naruto, but it is quite rough to watch, especially if you haven't watched it already. I've watched it like 3 times. Oh, I've watched it at least twice. And so you kind of have to already want to watch it. you have to kind of be able to look through some of the cringe. But then there are like the fun fights, like the well-known fights, like who is it? What's this guy? Rock Lee. Rock Lee's fight's very iconic. Rock Lee versus Gara. That's like the fight from the small boy that stands on top of the statue and like takes off his weighted ankle bracelets. But no, it's also there's also a lot of like edgy characters in it, like Gara specifically. He's very much an early 2000s or mid 2000s edgelord. Fascinating. Don't call me a nerd. I have interests. And those interests just happen to be very nerdy. No, that's not what I want. I've got 234 bombs. Where did I get all them from? Why do I have so many bombs? But there's also like the fact that in Naruto, to an extent, you don't even have like even the message of Naruto doesn't really make much sense. The message of Naruto is like friendship is fucking magic, kind of, because you have Sasuke that learns that goes off on his own to do Sasuke things, and he's like, you know, I want to do everything on my own. I can't fucking trust other people. I'm edgy and cool. And Naruto's like, no, I have to rely on other people. But at the end, it doesn't matter because they both become really strong. And so it's like, fuck. Like, if the outcome was that Sasuke is shit, for his way of doing it, it makes sense. But it's not. The outcome is both ways are equal. Your favorite fight in Hunter x Hunter isn't even like a fight which you find funny. I think the main thing about like specific like shonen fighting anime is accepting that it's just fun. Even if like the stories aren't particularly great or deep, or characters can be a little bit cringy. Oh, excuse me. I think the main thing to take from it is, have I got immunity to fight blocks? No, I don't. I think the most important thing from it is that it's just fun. Like, if you don't take it seriously and just enjoy it and like clap your feet together and suck on your elbows, it's just fun. Fucking JoJo, they just go, they in JoJo Part 1, in JoJo Part 1, they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna use the Ripple, the Hamon or whatever it's called. And it's like, in JoJo Part 2, they're like, that's a stupid idea, we ain't doing that anymore. We got stands now. And it's like, what the fuck am I doing? What? I want to like JoJo, but I just oh shit. No, get out. I just haven't been able to. I just couldn't. I couldn't get into it in the way that people seem to like. Oops. Never mind. You're clapping your feet and sucking your thumb. Good. I'm glad. As you should be. Oh, there's a blood moon in it. But yeah, I remember watching, I think I got like part 3 or whatever of JoJo. I think it may have just been because I binge watched it, and I kind of just got fed up of it. Because I got to the part where they get to Egypt or wherever, they're in a fucking submarine. Because I do like that I like that they're unapologetically like, yeah, we've got a submarine now, fuck it. Like, they're very unapologetic with the way it works, and I think that's fun. It's like, yeah, I'm rich, I've got a submarine. What of it? But I got to the end of that once they get to the end of the submarine bit, and I was like, I just don't really have much interest in watching the rest of it. I don't really care about watching them fight Dio. Judges find the situations they get into aren't too fun, and there aren't really anything super dangerous they thought he was really excited for. Yeah, the Speedwagon Foundation. But I got to the episode where they feed a child some shit, and I was like, this is just crass. Like, I was like, I just don't really like what. It's just a bit gross, isn't it? I'll watch a man get his head ripped off. I'll read Berserk where guys get cut in half and like their intestines and eyes fly out. But just even though it's like some demon child, it's like it's just a bit crass, isn't it? To watch a cartoon where people eat shit. Call me old-fashioned, call me sensitive, call me a snowflake, but I just don't think the eating of feces is something that is funny. I'll laugh. I'll laugh at toilet humor. I ain't above that. But eating the poo-poo is too much for me. Just like that Ugandan minister said. I don't know if it was Ugandan. Where do I think the term shit-eating green came from? Well, obviously someone who eats shit all the time. Actually, you know what? I just realised in the next video there's a shit-eating joke. I completely forgot that I did that. I completely forgot that there's a fucking... I talk about eating shit. I don't know. I say talk about. I very briefly mentioned about getting my shit ate. I just realised I completely forgot. I'm complaining about that, and I did it myself. Some ailments can be cured by eating your sibling's shit. Then I don't want to. I would rather die. I will take this, I don't know, plague that I've been cursed with than eating the doo-doo. Eating the doo-doo feces. In the words of famed scatological expert Michael Jackson, the doo-doo feces. I want to store some of these things away. There we go. Put that there, that's fine, do that. That's how I do it, yeah, but, that's not that's like a medical procedure. At that point, I'm like eating a pill or something. I'm surprised. I assume they don't just hand you a fucking log of it and say, suck on this. I don't know. I see eating and swallowing as two different things. Like, there has to be chewing involved for it to be eating, I think. There has to be mastication. Consuming. I just went a little bit dizzy. I think it's just Terraria that makes me go dizzy for some reason. I didn't really experience it at all. Well, then again, I did it on I've done pretty much just played Terraria. Did you chew semen? Comes out in fucking chunks, and you gotta chew it to break it down, and spit it in so that it gets So you gotta baby bird it back into the vagina to make it pregnant. That's how it works, isn't it? You nut in your own mouth and spit it in. That's like what you do in it. That's what my biology teacher taught me. Oh, the fucking feces is fine. Doo-doo feces is fine, but talking about the ejaculate of man. And the words of the immortal Michael Jackson, doo-doo feces. Maybe I should have Michael Jackson saying doo-doo feces as a sound redeem. Okay. He's talking about like he got locked in a bathroom by some security guards or police officers, and he was like, "There's doo-doo feces all over the wall." Apparently, these guys locked him in a bathroom and smeared shit on the walls. I don't really know what the context is behind that clip, other than that he's talking about doo-doo feces. Yeah. And apparently, like, the guys were like, they like fucking locked him in and was like, "How does it smell, Michael?" And instead of being like, "It smells fucking horrible," he was like, "No, it's not bad actually." It probably was just an old bathroom. It probably wasn't even. He probably wasn't even locked in. It's just the fucking. It's just the bathroom was just like that. Doo-doo feces. Oh no, I'm gonna fucking take damage. No, I've already taken damage. I mean, die. You know, I've got to be careful. I can't say die because, you know, the Zoomers and the Generation Alpha kids don't like it when you say the word die. Makes them think of death, and you know it's too much for them. I think we're slowly going to devolve back into like Victorian era where you couldn't say anything. You know, we're getting to a point where it's just going to be everything is going to be horribly censored, and you can't say anything without making children faint, and everyone's like a 19th century noblewoman. Wait, 19th? Yeah, because that's 1800s. 19th, 17th, 19th century. 18th, 19th century. Well, yeah, because the millennials like fucking JoJo, so they're fine with it. Not millennials, the Gen Z and Gen Alpha love fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, so they'd be fucking fine with it. They saw the fucking baby eating shit and was like clapping their toes together, just like getting excited. They were like laughing like a fucking seal, screeching like a sea lion, you know, honking like a gibbon. Well, the fact that we're gonna go back to the Victorian eras where everyone's like really afraid to say anything cool, and everyone's like everyone gets like you say the word penis and people faint 6 miles away. The thing, Maya, um, you know how over time, like in over the past few years, more and more of internet content has been getting like overly censored. And I'm not even just talking about like YouTube videos. I'm talking more about just memes. Just like you see a post on like you see a screenshot, not even the word. You see a screenshot of a Twitter post that has like the word penis in it, and the word penis would be censored in the screenshot. because you see things like that over time, we're going to end up going back to the way that we were like in the 1900s, where people were like overly prudish and didn't want to talk about anything. You know, they're too scared to say anything, and that they'll get like fucking horny by looking at an ankle. That's my theory, is that we're going to regress back to the Victorian ages. Sometimes I do wish, like, I wonder what's gonna happen. I wonder what would happen sometimes. Like when you see people on Twitter who censor who censor words like that. I do wonder what would happen if you was to say something that, you know, traditionally you shouldn't. Like they would get if you went on Twitter to someone who was, you know, the sort of person that would actively start censoring those kind of words, you know, and just said kill yourself. Just say just KYS in the comments. Like I genuinely think they would faint. I think they would faint. I think they would be fucking terrified of what you've just told them to do. Okay. Oh, fuck off. I'm not saying I wouldn't faint, but you know. Go away. Fuck off. You think it's because TikTok supposedly deletes posts with those words? You fucking... I've got fucking TikToks up that are still there that have swears in it. Like, don't get me wrong, they don't get much attention, but that's just because I'm not very funny. So it's like, I get that. That's on me. It's because it's probably not just because of TikTok. It's because I mean, my main theory on it is that knock down your shelf. I think the real... Oh, excuse me. I think the real reason is... one of the reasons why is because... obviously, platforms much prefer things to be on the family-friendly side of the spectrum nowadays. And so, as a result, most content on the internet has become very censored. But that means that it's become normal. I think I may have mentioned this on stream before. It's now become normal to see censored stuff on the internet. So people think that that's just the normal thing to do. Even if you're not making content to make money, because you see everyone else doing it, you're doing it now. You think, oh, there must be a reason behind it. I bet it's because they're getting rid of slurs. I mean, of course they're getting rid of those, but you know what I mean. I assume most people aren't writing slurs anymore. That's kind of fizzled out a little bit. But you know what I mean. It's like, you know, platforms. People are posting to platforms to get attention, and so they're like, oh well, if I swear, the platform isn't going to push my stuff. Therefore, I have to censor it. Do I have a health forge? Yeah, I do. But yeah. You like my TikToks when you came across them. As you've probably seen, I haven't anything on TikTok in a long time because I just don't really like TikTok.